All right, if you're exporting goods from Cambodia, you know that paperwork can be, well, a bit of a headache. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the digital system for getting one of the most vital documents out there, the Certificate of Origin. Let's jump right in. Here's our game plan. We'll start with what this whole CO automation thing is. Then we'll walk through getting your account set up, the 3 steps to actually apply, and, of course, break down the service fees. After that, we'll look at how to track your application, and we'll finish up with some key takeaways to make sure everything goes smoothly for you. So, first things first, what exactly are we talking about here? What is core automation, and why is it so important for your business? At the very core of all this is the Certificate of Origin, or CO. You can think of this document as your product's passport. It is the official, undeniable proof that your goods, whether we're talking about garments, rice, or anything else, are genuinely from Cambodia. This little piece of paper is absolutely crucial for getting through customs and can make all the difference in what tariffs you have to pay. And that's where the CO automation system comes into play. It's the official online portal from the Ministry of Commerce. It takes that whole traditionally paper-heavy process and moves it all online. We're talking no more giant stacks of paper, just a clean digital path from start to finish. And this isn't just some helpful website they threw together. The whole system is built on a really solid legal foundation. Everything you do on there, from the procedures you follow to the fees you pay, is all governed by official laws and specific ministerial declarations, which are called prakas. This makes sure the process is totally legitimate and the same for everyone. Okay, so we know what it is and that it's official. Now, let's get down to business. Before you can even think about applying for a CO, you have to get your account set up. This is step 1 on your journey. It's really a simple 2-step process. First, you, as a person, create a user account. Easy enough. Then, using that account, you register your actual exporter company profile. It's just a quick 1-2 punch to get you into the game. Now, before you even open your web browser, you gotta do a little homework. Get all your documents ready. You're gonna need clear, color PDF scans of things like your business registration, your company patent, and VAT certificates. And depending on your industry, you might need more. Like for the garment and textile world, you'll need that ILO Better Factories Cambodia certificate to prove you're meeting labor standards. Now, there is an annual fee to get your company profiles set up and kept active. It's 400,000 Cambodian rial. Just think of it as your yearly pass to this digital export highway. It keeps you active for a full year. Okay, so your account is made, your company is registered, you're in. Now for the main event. How do you actually get a certificate of origin for one of your shipments? The system makes it pretty logical, breaking it down into 3 steps. First, you register all the details about your product and the raw materials that went into it. Second, you set up the fees associated with that specific product. And third, once all that groundwork is done, you finally submit the COO application itself. And hey, here's a fantastic little shortcut for some of you. If your product is what's called wholly obtained, think about agricultural products like rice or mangoes, things grown and harvested right here in Cambodia. You get to skip that whole raw materials registration step. It's a huge time saver. Which brings us to the question that's on every exporter's mind. What's this all going to cost me? So let's dive into the public service fees for getting that CO. So what is the price tag for getting that critical certificate for your goods? Well, it actually depends on what you're shipping and how much of it. Okay, the fees are very specific, especially for big export sectors like garments and footwear. It really boils down to 2 things: your shipment size and the type of CO form you need. For larger shipments, we're talking more than 2,000 pieces of clothing or over 200 pairs of shoes, a Form N will cost you 142,000 rial. If you need a Form A or another type, that goes up to 216,000. But if your shipment is smaller than that, the fees drop quite a bit, down to 67,000 for a Form N and 86,000 for a Form A. It's a tiered system that really scales with your business. But check this out. Here is some amazing news for some of Cambodia's other major industries. If you happen to be exporting rice, other agricultural goods, or handicrafts, the public service fee is totally waived. That's right, it's free. 0. This is a massive incentive designed to boost those really important sectors. Okay, so you've filled everything out, you've paid the fee, and you've hit submit. What happens now? Do you just cross your fingers? Nope. Let's look at the different forms and how you can track your application's progress.
You're mainly going to deal with two types of electronic documents here. First is the ATIGA eForm D. That's a completely digital COO, and it's used specifically for trade between the 10 ASEAN countries. Then there's the Origin Certification Letter, or OCL. Think of that as an electronic heads-up to customs, which you can then use to get a physical paper COO, like a Form A or N. Knowing which one you need is half the battle.
And the best part is you're not left wondering what's going on. You can actually watch your application as it moves through the system using the Cambodian National Single Window Portal. This is your mission control for tracking your electronic forms. And when you're on there, you'll see these different codes. Let's decode them real quick. AS1 or AS2 just means your form is on its way. REC is the one you're hoping for. It means received, and your form is ready for customs to look at. Now, if you see NOT, that means not processed, and it's a signal to you to get in touch with the authorities and figure out what needs to be fixed. Wow, we have covered a ton of ground. So to wrap things up, let's boil all of this down to the most important practical advice that will help you make this whole process as painless as possible. Honestly, success with this system really comes down to sweating the small stuff. Double, triple check your HS codes. Those are the universal codes for products. Make sure your FOB or free on board price is spot on. Even tiny formatting things like making sure you type by C can prevent a rejection. And a huge one, set a reminder to renew your company registration before it expires so you don't get locked out right when you need it most. And just a couple of final reminders. Once you get that precious approval, you're not totally done. You still have to submit the original physical documents to the ministry, and you've got 30 days to do it. If you get stuck, there's an official Telegram channel for support. Use it. And please, for your own sake, make sure all your scanned documents are clear, in color, and in PDF format. So there you have it. The whole digital system is laid out for you. It's a clear map to get your products from Cambodia out to the global market. The process is transparent, it's efficient, and it's waiting for you. The only question left is, what are you going to export to the world?